What's going on, Stim Junkies? Hi, Stim Ace here, and today I am hopped the hell up. I just got back from the gym running the insane Labz I Am God pre-workout. Yeah, guys, a little blasphemous if I'm being honest. I'm not the most religious person in the world, but the pre-workout is called I Am God. And today I ran it for a second time, and I thought I was familiar with insane Labz. I thought that more or less you're getting the same thing with a little bit of variation from pre-workout to pre-workout, but boy, was I wrong. So we're going to roll the intro, and when we come back, Stim Ace is going to discuss my experience running I Am God by Insane Labz. Alright guys, so I got the tub in hand, and it is your typical Insane Labz tub. It is relatively small and very easy to scoop, and it does come with a very small scooper. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But looking at the cover over here, it's a little bit different than your typical Psychotic, which usually has some crazy skeletons, demons, or whatever popping. I guess this one's going for a little bit more of a holy vibe as opposed to straight up 666 satanic, but that is neither here nor there. It is definitely an experience worth talking about because it is different from all the other products that they have in their current lineup. Now, this one here says godlike pre-workout powerhouse with Ampy Berry. And Ampy Berry is something that they do throw in pretty much every single product they make, that and Oxy Gold. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Before we get into that, we have to discuss the flavor. Now, the flavor we have here, and I had to double check, it says drink yay all of it. So I'm assuming that's supposed to be a biblical reference. I'm not really sure. Been a while since I pulled out the old Bible, but yeah, it is a grape flavor, and it is a really, really good grape flavor. Actually, not overly sweet. It's a little bit less sweet than a lot of other grape flavors, which do have a synthetic taste. Obviously, this tastes synthetic, but a little bit on the natural side as well. So it strikes a very nice balance. It's a nice purple grape kind of flavor, purple drink, whatever you want to call it. I'm hopped the hell up, guys. But this one here tastes really good, and that is to be expected of most Insane Labz products. Now, with that being said, let's discuss this label. So looking at the supplement fact, serving size is 1 scoop, and it comes in at 11.7 grams, which is a relatively light dose. It's nothing heavy, and that is to be expected because with Insane Labz, you're getting mostly stims, and in their pump formulas, you're getting all pumps. So they don't do those crazy 25, 30 gram scoops. Usually you are getting a lighter scoop, which makes it great for stacking. And we're going to talk about that soon in the effect section, so make sure you don't go anywhere. But with that being said, 11.7 grams is the weight over here. It comes in a little bit light at 10 grams for a flat scoop, but you're going to want to heap it, or better yet, just weigh it out because you're dealing with really, really potent ingredients in here, and you don't want to overdo it. Or maybe you do. You guys are Stim Junkies after all. You are getting 25 servings per container in here, which is good. It's not as good as Psychotic, which I think gives you 35 servings per container, but this one here is on a different tier than Psychotic, and again, we are going to talk about that once we do get to the effect section. We are getting a mostly proprietary blend here, which personally I'm okay with, but I know some people aren't big fans of it. They want to know exactly how much caffeine you're getting, how much alpha-yo you're getting, because this one here, it definitely has the good alpha-yo. So we're going to talk about that. They are telling us the vitamins in here, though, at the specific dosages. You're getting vitamin C at 200 milligrams, chloride at 100 milligrams, sodium at 50, and potassium also at 50. Okay, so now we are going to get to the actual meat and potatoes, which is the proprietary I Am God blend, which that blend comes in at 9.3 grams. We start off the blend with creatine monohydrate, which I'm assuming you're not getting the full dose of. You're probably not going to be getting the full 5 grams in here, so do not rely on this pre-workout to supply you with your daily creatine needs. If you're taking your 5 to 10 grams a day, then definitely continue taking it independently of this pre-workout here. You're getting beta-alanine for tingles, and knowing Insane Labz, the tingles usually deliver. You're usually getting those really, really good tingles that let you know it's go time in the gym, and that definitely comes through in here. We're going to talk about it. L-taurine, which is a jack-of-all-trades kind of ingredient. L-tyrosine for focus. Next up, you're getting caffeine citrate and caffeine anhydrous, and it's funny because the citrate actually comes in first over here, meaning there's a higher amount of citrate to the anhydrous. Citrate hits usually within 5 to 10 minutes. The anhydrous kind of takes a few minutes to build, maybe 15 minutes, and then you have dicaffeine malate, which is not included in here, surprisingly, but you are getting the citrate, which is going to hit faster theoretically, and as you guys know, most Insane Labz products do hit within 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to talk about it because this one here is a little bit different and it's very interesting despite what it says on label. Betaine anhydrous for strength output, dimethylamine, antiberry, which they put in pretty much every one of their products. And then we have some Rauwolfia vomitoria extract, which is 90% alpha yohimbine. And that is going to end off this crazy short, but to the point label. Before Heist Maze breaks down my experience running I Am God from Insane Labz 2 times over the past 2 days, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or somebody who's definitely trying to get insane, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Alright, Stim Junkie, so I'm sure that most of you have taken Insane Labz products at this point, at least the original Psychotic or Psychotic Gold, or I know Psychotic Soul was very popular, and they actually have a brand new pre-workout right now called Psychopath, which I do not have yet. I'm trying to get it, so we will see what happens with that. But for the time being, when it comes to Insane Labz, a lot of their products are very, very similar. You got the Hellboy, which I also reviewed not too long ago, and then you got their Fat Burners Insane Cuts, and the other one, the name's escaping me at the moment. But when it comes to Insane Labz, the main components that go into every Insane Labz product, or almost every Insane Labz product, is caffeine, beta-alanine, and alpha-yo. And those three, they source it in-house and they manufacture everything in their own facility. So they got it down to a science. When you're going to be asking the science bros about dosages and whatnot, they're all going to basically say this product it doesn't have the efficacious dosages, it doesn't get the job done, it's underdosed, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? This product, or most of their products, hit better than a lot of these fully loaded pre-workouts. Sorry, but that's just the reality of the situation. So whatever they got going on in their facility, they got it down to a science. Now, with that being said, a lot of their products hit very quickly, 5 to 10 minutes, whether it's Psychotic Hellboy, Saw, or what have you. They're going to hit super, super fast. You're going to feel the caffeine coming in almost immediately. And 3 to 5 minutes later, the alpha-yo and the beta-alanine just have you tingling and hopped up and ready to go. So I expected more or less the same experience for I Am God, being that this is one of their top products from what I've heard from other people. But this one's actually very, very different. You're going to feel the energy initially. The caffeine citrate definitely comes in. You're going to feel a sense of awakening about 10 minutes in or so, 10 to 12 minutes, this thing starts working, and you will feel the beta tingles around that time as well. But it isn't until about the 30-minute, 35-minute mark where you're already training that the alpha-yo comes in and then straps a rocket to your rear end, and it's go, go, go mode. This isn't one of those pre-workouts that you're going to take on a day where you're super exhausted and tired and out of it, and you're relying on this as your fuel to get you going immediately. If that's the case, if you had a long day at work and you just need that immediate gratuitous amount of energy to get you going in the gym, take the OG Psychotic, take Psychotic Saw, take Hellboy. Those hit like 7 to 8 minutes, and you're pretty much ready to go. This experience here is a little bit different. It's more of a builder, but I like it because it does end up getting to the same place, even a little bit higher than some of the other pre-workouts I just mentioned, but it takes a little bit longer to get there. So instead of you being dead after work and then 10 minutes later you're hopped up and energized and ready to go, this one kind of comes in stages, and it takes a while to get to your desired destination, but once you're there, you're filled with the most clear-headed alpha-yo buzz that you can imagine. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've ever taken any Insane Labz product, you know that their alpha-yo is one of the best, and it gives you its own kind of buzz, where a lot of times I even prefer that feeling over the 2-amino feeling, which you guys know how much I love 2-amino, but this is its own kind of buzz. It's like this positive energy that comes with a mood elevation, but it's aggressive. The heart rate's definitely up. You're sweating. The droopy nose is going on a little bit, and there may be a little bit of tingling and shaking involved, but you are absolutely destroying the weights in the process, and you're pumped the hell up. Even if you take it on its own, you will still be pumped up because with all that alpha-yo, it's going to create a thermogenic effect, and you're going to be more vascular even without stacking it on a pump formula. But this is the type of product that you definitely can stack on any pump formula. You could take it with a light pump formula such as Bloodbath, such as Insane Veins Gold, which they also do sell on their website. And those are going to stack really well as well. But you can also take it on something fully loaded like Pump Serum from Huge Supplements or Sicario or Bare Knuckle, although those have a lot more ingredients that don't involve just pumps, so it's up to you if you want to stack extra nootropics or whatnot. But honestly, this on its own is such a great product, and you could take it with some pump capsule, glycerol, what have you, whatever you want, but you're going to feel so good on this one. You're going to feel godly, and maybe that's why the name is I Am God. I think it's a little blasphemous, but at the same time, it's cool. And you're definitely going to feel like a incredible being while you're on this product. You're going to be energized. You're going to feel good. You're going to be motivated. You're going to push that extra rep, that extra set, and you're just going to feel incredible doing it. The muscular contractions are on point. Your mind-muscle connection is there. You're connecting all the dots, and you're absolutely destroying the training session. But it takes a little bit longer to get there. And another thing that I find really interesting on this one here is that it kind of works synergistically with you. So if it's one of those days where you're kind of out of it or whatever, it's still going to do its thing and you're going to have a great workout. But the harder you push initially, the harder this thing fires back. So today I got way more hopped up than I did yesterday. I was pretty tired yesterday, not going to lie. I hit the gym pretty late after being away for the entire weekend. So yesterday's workout was a little half-assed, but it still hit pretty nicely regardless of that fact. Today, though, on a day that I actually had a good night's sleep, man, this thing freaking slapped. It fired on all cylinders. And I did stack it today with their bloodbath just to get a little bit of extra pumps. And I'm telling you, boys, this thing is on another level. 30 minutes to fully build up properly, but it's getting there gradually. And you're warming up, and this thing warms up with you. And then the rest of the way, it's straight rocket fuel, straight to heaven, because you are God on this pre-workout. If you guys are interested in picking up I Am God by Insane Labz, then you can head over to NutriCartel.com and use discount code ACE15 at checkout, which will save you 15% off your entire order and help support the Heistem Ace YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this brief review, brief and to the point, just like Insane Labz. No need to sit here with a white lab coat and a microscope and dissect every little aspect of this. It's a hitter. It's going to hit really nicely. You guys are going to enjoy it, and you're going to get one hell of a sweaty and slightly heart elevated type of workout, but you're going to feel great doing it, and you're going to be pretty hopped up afterwards, in case you couldn't tell, on Heistem Ace. With that being said, guys, don't forget to leave a big like on this video. It greatly helps the algorithm. Share the video with a fellow friend, a fellow stim junkie, somebody who's into pre-workouts and always looking to get the best products on the planet. And most importantly, guys, don't forget to subscribe right here on the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at Heistem Ace, and I will see you all next time for the next Heistem pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. Heistem Ace, signing off.